Bumbling Browns complete 0-16 in fitting fashion. The Cleveland Browns were down 4 points Sunday but driving toward a touchdown late in the fourth quarter. On a 4th and 2 play from the Pittsburgh Steelers' 27-yard line, quarterback DeShone Kizer escaped pressure and found receiver Corey Coleman wide open on the sideline for a surefire first down. Except that the ball went straight through Coleman's hands, landing out of bounds and effectively ending the game, the Browns' season and any hope the team had of avoiding the ultimate ignominy in 0-16 season. With a 28-24 defeat to a Pittsburgh squad that was resting several key starters, Cleveland not only joined the 2008 Detroit Lions as the only 0-16 teams in NFL history, it did so in a bumbling fashion that has become painfully familiar to its beleaguered fan base. Even before Coleman's gaffe, the Browns committed a pair of turnovers and a pair of penalties that turned field goal attempts into Steelers touchdowns. Fitting into the Browns season #LeBronsPick.twitter.com/Bay5HMF, Gaffe Sports, @Gaffe Sports, December 31, 2017. This football team has given me everything we have, Browns coach Hugh Jackson said after the game, via Cleveland.com. This is just where we are. Kizer did manage to throw for 314 yards and 2 touchdowns, but he completed just 16 of 30 passes, while the Browns' primary running back, Isaiah Crowell, managed just 21 yards on 15 carries. Meanwhile, Steelers quarterback Landry Jones, making his first start of the season in place of Ben Roethlisberger and the 5th of his 5-year career, was allowed to complete 23 of 27 passes for 239 yards, 1 touchdown and 1 interception. Running back Stephen Ridley, who was filling in for an idle Le'Veon Bell and who was signed by Pittsburgh less than 2 weeks previously, rumbled for 80 yards and a touchdown on 17 carries. After the drop by Coleman, the Browns' first-round draft pick in 2016, Ridley eliminated any chance that Cleveland might get the ball back by gaining 15 yards on a 2nd and 9 play with 1:42 left in the game. An additional 15 yards were tacked onto the play after Browns cornerback Yamar Taylor was penalized for a horse collar tackle. The cavalcade of Cleveland miscues had Dan Orlovsky, who started 7 games for the 0-16 Detroit squad, thinking back to the fallout from that benighted campaign. "All kinds of guys making plays to lose the game," he said on Twitter. "It sucks. Coleman will forever be haunted and unfairly labeled now, along with Kizer. Orlovsky would know, as he enjoyed a 12-year NFL career that ended in 2015 but will forever be linked the 08 Lions. If you're on that team, you get unfairly labeled as a crappy player, no matter who you become or what you do afterward," he recently told the Post's Adam Kilgore. Even Jackson noted ominously Sunday of Coleman's drop, "That play will be remembered." An emotional Corey Coleman said his drop in fourth quarter will stick with him forever. Number of teammates came to his locker to offer support. Andrew Gribble, @Andrew_Gribble, December 31, 2017. "This is going to stay next to my name and the organization's name for the rest of our lives," Jackson said of the 0-16 season. "There's nothing we can do. We'll turn the page on this and move forward." The Browns actually surpassed those Lions in some areas of awfulness, given that the fact that they went 1-15 in 2016 means that they have posted the worst 2-season stretch in NFL history, having gone 7-9 in 2007, Detroit went 2-14 in 2009. Cleveland is 4-44 since a 2015 season in which it went 3-13. And the team is on a mind-boggling 4-49 tailspin since Week 13 of the 2014 season. That's considerably worse than even the Browns' expansion years, starting in 1999, when they returned to the NFL following a 3-year hiatus in which the previous version of the franchise moved to Baltimore and became the Ravens. Beginning an organization from scratch, including an expansion draft of unprotected players on other teams' rosters, those Cleveland teams went 2-14 in 1999, 3-13 in 2000 and 7-9 in 2001. A 9-7 season and a playoff berth arrived in 2002, but since then the Browns have had just one winning season and no postseason appearances. In recent years, the turmoil in Cleveland has only intensified, with the team going through 5 head coaches since 2009 and 6 personnel chiefs, including the replacement earlier this month of Sashi Brown with John Dorsey. General managers hired to take over dismal NFL teams are usually afforded the opportunity to hire new head coaches, but Browns owner Jimmy Haslam reiterated Sunday that Dorsey would keep Jackson around, despite the latter's 131 record. That decision reinforced a long-standing perception among many NFL observers that, well after its game's end, Cleveland keeps making mistakes. There is hope for the Browns, who will have a trove of valuable picks in next year's draft, including the number 1 and number 4 overall selections, and can presumably draft a franchise-altering quarterback. Then again, the team has passed on chances to draft the likes of Carson Wentz and Deshaun Watson over the past 2 years, and it has alarmingly little to show for multiple first-round picks in 2012, 2014 and 2015. So if Browns fans are assuming the worst until proven otherwise, they can be forgiven. In the meantime, Cleveland's 2016 team won't soon be forgotten, for all the wrong reasons. Read more from the Post. Jets QB Bryce Petty fails to put on helmet before taking field against Patriots. The Patriots are the AFC's number 1 seed, and a return to the Super Bowl feels inevitable. The Raiders reportedly really want John Gruden back, perhaps with an ownership stake. Best and worst moments from the Redskins' season-ending loss.